How you going, good bastards? I hope your day is going better than mine has this morning so far. I had it all planned out for a very big day on the hill hunting. Got the alarm set at 4:30 like I normally do to get up bright and breezy to head out, and the alarm went off this morning and I thought I'll have a wee relax, just a wee relax before I get up, because I was pretty rude. I'd only been asleep for about 3 hours, and I lay there and I promptly went straight back to sleep again. And then I woke up about 4 hours later, and so now we're on the road at 8:30. We should have been on the road at about 4:35, so we're a bit behind time. But Pace is in the back with Johnny. Pace is busy licking the back window like he does, like a retard. Don't know if we can actually say that, but that's what he's like. And we're heading into some backcountry. So sit back and enjoy a bit of pig hunting with two dogs, a pup and a dog that's a maniac. Look at the maniac in the back there. What a nut. Look at him. Licks windows. Literally licks windows. Yeah. Gonna take in some backcountry and see if we can trip up over a pig. Main thing is just get out with the dogs, have a bit of fun on the hill. We're sort of in a hunt zone, but not really. We're on a walking track, a public walking track, making our way to it. But there are pigs up around here, although I've never caught one yet. I won't try to because it's not land I'm supposed to be hunting. I want to go a little bit through the gear I'm carrying on my body, because I'm a skinny little bastard, as skinny as a gum-digger's dog. I only weigh 60 kg, so when I'm carrying like 12 or 13 kg as I am in gear, and if you're carrying a pig out on top of that, you could be loading up as much as 70-80% of your body weight plus. So what it includes is the camera gear, just down here, which is GoPro, and then the phone I'm carrying. Obviously the chaps that I'm wearing, these ones here, and these are the ones from Wild Places Wild Game. I'll put a link where you can get 10% discount code on those. They're the best chaps I've ever worn. I've got my day pack for packing meat out, got a little bit of lunch and some extra safety stuff. On the belt I've got my first aid kit down here for the dogs. Got a spear knife, it's a $10 knife, a bit like a Barco knife, but it's actually a knife from Burns Code, and for $10, doesn't matter what happens to that, just a backup. On my knife at the back I've got the killing knife around there somewhere, I don't know if you can see that. The Magnum 44 is in my bag. The ammo's up here, I haven't put anything in it yet because I'm still on a public track. I've got a spare torch. I've got a life jacket. This is actually a life jacket that's in here. Why am I wearing a life jacket in the bush? I always pig hunt with a life jacket. For the simple reason that the most common cause of death of pig hunters is not getting shot by another hunter, that's dodgy deer stalkers, not pig hunters, is drownings. And there's always a river close by, so that's the reason I carry that. So this vest is really helpful to me. The jacket is from Game Gear, and the rest of the stuff is things that you're probably never going to use, like my personal locator beacon, which hopefully I never have to use. I'm using the 300i tracker. This has got an inReach on it so I can contact people from outside. I'm filming on a Galaxy S24 Ultra Samsung phone, but I've also got a GoPro in here as well for doing hands-free if I get onto something. I'm also using one of these things here, Alexi, because I'm going to be getting into some quite steep stuff later on. The boots are bloody good boots actually, made in China. These are Solomon's, they're light and they're strong and functional. Oh, the other thing too that I've got is these gloves, sealskins, made in New Zealand. They're good because you've got your free fingers and they're real helpful. And I've just got one lead lens, a torch in my pack, and my first aid kit. The most important thing I've got in there is a staple gun for stapling up dogs, and it regularly does get used on Pace. There's something really cool that happens when you get to around 60, maybe even 50 for some people, but definitely 60, because you're slowing down, you know, and you don't really care anymore. When I was younger it was always like battling the other guy to get to the bale, or pushing yourself to the max to get up the hill. When you get to this age, you're just grateful to be out in the country with your legs and your arms working, and your dogs. And that's enough. The pig's the bonus, it really is. Nothing to prove to even yourself. you know what you're capable of and not capable of, and you're just full of absolute gratitude to not be in too much pain, to be able to freely walk in new places and discover new things. It's pretty bloody cool. Growing old's a luxury not all of us get to have, isn't it? I've said that many times and I'll say it again. Well, we've got the wind in our favour this morning. The wind's coming this way towards me. I ran into a fellow hunter with a bow, Rowan. Hey Rowan. Just been up here a couple of days chasing the fallow deer. They're starting to bark a little bit here and there. He missed out on a stag. That's hunting, bro. Good on you. We've probably got another hour to walk before we're into where there really are going to be pigs, if there's going to be pigs up here. And it's just beautiful going through this nice cool forest, but there's rain in the air. It's coming, you can feel it coming, so we'll see how long we go before it starts to turn on us. There's little native trout in these creeks here, believe it or not. Good place for a drink too, place, eh? Want a drink, mate? I know one of the blokes that drowned on this river. This is why when the rain's coming you've got to be real careful. You're better to turn around if you think you're going to get stuck. So just for that reason we're not going to go to the place I went the other day. The river has come down enough for me to cross it today though. The other day it was too high. With our river crossing the other way we can concentrate now on doing a bit of hunting. We're still on a bit of a track but soon we're going to be into the wilderness. And that's where the pigs are going to be. Post having a good old wind there. Having one of these things here for river crossings is a must. If you don't have one, get yourself stick. We've so got the wind in our favour, which is perfect. It's coming straight to us. Couldn't ask for better. He loves the water, old Johnny. Last chance to get a drink before you start punching up high into the wilderness. Nice and cold. Oh, that's good. I really appreciate water like this. We take it for granted, but just delicious. I like when they do that. We're on the other side, looking where we're going to go. We're going to come around here. We're going to go up that spur in between, and we're going to go right across the tops. And now we're in pig country. There is no track, it's just wilderness. This is where they live. Half an hour of hands and knees gorse shit, now out into the open at last. But man, you get into these places that are so difficult. That's why you find pigs in them, because nobody wants to do that shit. And I busted a sweat, but we're out of that now on the spur. We're basically crawling along a tunnel, eating gorse and getting lots and lots of prickles, but we're on this open bit now, so it's good. Right, we're going to go up the spur, right around the top. The wind's coming across his face, perfect for the dogs. How was that up there? What is that? Something black. Is that a pig? Just It's either steep or it's gorse.
Over rolling hills and down through the gullies, the Kiwi hunter gets around this great country. Slippery rocks and crossing ice cold rivers, busting he's got to harvest a little bit of meat. Hey! Keep the weather eye out on the horizon. Those black rain clouds, oh, they're a fearful sight. think about how much light you need to get home? Should you build a baby or sleep in the bush for the night? You gotta get fit, boys, and you gotta be strong out in the elements, or you won't last long. No, you won't last long. Learn to track 'em, learn to find 'em, and learn to stay on the right side of the wind. Hunt the southern faces in the summertime, and in the winter stick to the north facings. Well, some hunters they like to use the gun, and some the bow, and others like to trap. Some the spear and some are strictly dog and knife. Vegetarian means hunter, but it's crap. You gotta get fit, boys, and you gotta be strong out in the elements, or you won't last long. No, you won't last long.
Right, we're going to keep on going higher. Top here, and right on next spur. Hopefully, get something off the hill. That's the plan anyway.
A young trapper has just laid down his line to try and catch a possum or two and be fine. And there's nothing wrong with a little bit of goat in the stew. Well, it sure tastes good for you with some turmeric and coconut and curry sauce too. This beauty country, she's got everything. God help the man who tries to take it from me. I'm bloody grateful for being a New Zealander. What are the chances of being born a Kiwi? You gotta get fit, boys, and you gotta be strong out in the elements, or you won't last long. No, you won't last long.
Save the rest for later.
Over rolling hills and down through the gullies.
Behind me is a possum's track. We've come up and I'll show you where we're going to go now. Right up the spur here, along there, along there, along there, right over there. And when we get down to there, we're going to drop over the other side, and then we'll come back around behind that, and you'll see some native in there. That's where I caught the last pig with young Dill, 18-year-old Dill. We did a big old circle around there. The reason we're doing a circle is there's often pigs in these little areas just in here quite often. Dog's just shot down here. This could be good. First time I've gone, this will be lucky. Well, this is the first time the dogs have taken off together. Doing a sort of a circle around me. They are together too. Maybe we get a bark if we're lucky. How far are they? 100 away. Right. So they've gone behind me. And they've gone around. This is not calibrating. Down here, back where we came. I need to calibrate this compass, I think. Damn. Johnny turning back and Pace still chasing it. Or trying to find it. This is a pattern that's been happening quite a bit. I was hoping you'd stick with him. There's the helicopter pad. Not really a pad, not a big H or anything, but it's where the chopper lands people that choose to fly in rather than walk in. And it's been a campsite for a few guys too. Great place for a campsite. Can't see any sign of, well, maybe a building in the far distance over there, maybe, but a long way from humanity. the guys that do the Wilding Pines and some of the colours that colour the goats also get flown in here as well. It's 1 o'clock now. Good try, mate. Good try. The pace went out to about 280 and came back in. It might seem like a pretty sort of common sense thing to do, but a lot of guys don't, particularly young fellas I take out. And that's when you tie your laces up, make it so they don't come undone. You can double tie them if you want. I don't bother double tying them, I just make that piece really tight, and what I do is I go underneath the tongue like this and I tuck it down inside the boot, right down on there, as far as down as you can go. It might ride up occasionally, but most of the time it stays down there. Thumb it right down on one side and then thumb it down the other side, and you pop that over the top and you tickety boo. We've made pretty good time, and we, as you can see now, the native. This is where I got a pig with young Dill. Dog's collar's beeping frantically. It's nice to get into the forest. Beautiful. Be even nicer when the dogs take off and find a pig. We're talking, now we're talking, and it's not too old either. Not too old at all. Not too old. Bit of rooting in here. Good. First bit I've seen. Wow. Pace just suddenly gone 150. Johnny's not with him again, he's come back in. Pace is moving fast. Far out. Oh, he's going for it. He's going for it. We've come out of this thick stuff. We've got some native. We've got a steep gully, but Pace is running. Check it out. And it's 3:30. Oh, Johnny waiting. We've lost comms of Pace. Fuck. This is really steep country. Johnny needs to start running the pace. It's just no good. I'm shattered and I'm fucking miles and miles away from... I'm still going away from the truck still. I'm hoping I'm going to meet up on a track. Still in the wilderness. Good boy. Well, that was our pig if we were going to catch one today. Good try, Pace. I had 2 barks, a bit of a and then Johnny took off, but it's too late. The pig had already broken. I don't think Pace had it for very long. Maybe 10 seconds. It's treed. And he's now looking around like, where's it gone? Well, it's probably gone right down towards the creek. That's where it'll be. And Johnny parking up for sleep. We've got to keep on moving. We'd all like to have a sleep and something to eat, but we've got to keep moving while there's daylight, because we're going to get stuck in the dark in the middle of that fuck nowhere. There's just no points of reference. Good try, mate. Good try, but you had no backup. That was the pig we would have caught. Well, I've never gone this far before up here. This is way past where I normally go. Normally I catch an animal before, and obviously we're going to be walking out in the dark now. This is a place that I'm making a mark for, because it's a place I can stay tonight if I get stuck. It's a perfect overfallen tree, and I can sleep in there. I've got a puffer jacket. I could send a signal to Simon on my inReach and just say, bro, I'm staying in the bush tonight. So I'm just going to mark that on the GPS. We are 9.2 kilometres from the truck, and 7k of that has been wilderness. The last 7k has been just wilderness, just this. And we still haven't got a bloody pig. We're really missing nut, man. It's a big walk for no pork. A big walk for no pork. Anyway, it's a walk I'm grateful to be doing. I've never come back this far. Normally Nut or Poe would have, or Pace would have caught a pig before this point here, but I'm at the point now of no return where I've got to do a big circle. And I know there's a hut about 4 or 5k over that direction. So rather than sleep under a log tonight, if I get stuck, I'll stay in the hut. But hopefully I can just walk out of here and go home tonight. It's a pork. We're pushing through this region and it's just so slow. Been going for about half an hour. If there was going to be a pig anywhere, it would be in this shit, because it's got warmth and cover, but it's just so difficult to get through. There's no sign of any animal track even. It's surprising the dogs haven't wandered a pig in there, because it's real piggy country. It's just all this baby manuka and Lance wood, everything gets just stuck out. There's no sign that anybody's been through here for a long time. The dogs have found a bit of water down there, a bit of a swampy area. Okay, we're on a bit of a gully. There's a hut over there, I think it's about 4k away. Done a big circle around it, but haven't been able to get to it because there's still formation of the bush has been so thick. I've just got a hill over there, using as a reference point. I basically had to double down and keep going forward rather than turn around and go back. It's pretty harder than I thought it'd be. Well, let's keep on pushing through this shit. Eventually we'll come into something. It's always the way, isn't it? Freaking awesome. Found a creek with water. So I haven't had a drink in ages. What's down here? There's a creek down here. Beautiful. Oh, running water over here. How about that? That's cool. Oh, happy days. What a find. What a find. Out of there. Out of here. Get it behind. I'm not going to stir it up before I have a drink of it. Johnny, get it behind. Johnny, get him behind. Don't muddy it up, mate. Oh, please, Johnny. Far out. Won't be too much to us to keep out of it, eh? Alright. Oh. I was starting to get dehydrated. I was wondering when I was going to find something to drink. Oh, that's good. Thank God for that. We can't be far from the Browning hut now, because it's got the creek that runs past it, so unless this was another one, not sure. On my phone it's got the Browning hut's about 2.5k away, so this hunt's become more of an adventure than a hunt. It's been good, but it's beautiful here. Got to be a great place to have camp, right with this water here. Just magic. I haven't had my lunch yet, and it's nearly 4 o'clock, so I've just been holding off on that until I get in a place where I know I can get out okay. Because I want to sort of, like, I'm real hungry before I start stuffing that down the gob. Porridge, you can go all down porridge. I've had porridge this morning. Right, we'll carry on, I think. Yum. I wasn't going to have any tucker until I found a track, but I've just hit the wall. That's a lid full of natto. So it's protein. Most of you won't like eating this. It's something that I have every day. Natto caenase is in this. It's a bean that has a certain bacteria that's grown in it, and that's just the lid off the top of a jar. So what you do is you take the inside of the lid, that's it there, which sits flush against it. Where you go, Johnny? And you put that on top. You can see it's all sticky. That's it there. And give it a wee mix up like this. This is going to give me solid protein. It's really good protein. You give it a mix and it gets all sticky. And it sort of expands. Some people can't stomach it. It's an acquired taste, to say the least. It's a sticky mess. First food since this morning. Let's scoff that. And then have some more stuff. Look at big strings of what stuff? Jizz beans. So this is full of vitamin K2, and that helps to pull calcium out of your arteries and put it in your bones. So it's high in protein, high in fibre. These dates, full of calories. And sweet. Delicious. Good bush tucker when you've been doing the hard yards. And surprisingly, they don't spike your glucose too much, because the fibre in them releases slowly through your body, unlike other sweet stuff. Delicious. It's actually an orange, looks like a mandarin. It's so small, isn't it? Johnny, leave it. He's busy biting all the logs. He's like a bored teenager. Yeah, you take some kids out and they fidget all the time. That's Johnny. Absolutely delicious. Reminds me of when I used to play rugby league. Oranges at half time. Now that is a sandwich. We've got dates, we've got pumpkin seeds, we've got walnuts, we've got almond, of course we've got avocado for our spread. What else have we got in there? Well, we've got these beautiful pine nuts. The walnut just goes so well with the date. And we've also got sunflower seeds. And then it's this beautiful bread, this nice wholemeal bread with sesame. Absolutely beautiful, and it's a sourdough bread. You wish, Paige. It is just divine. You really enjoy food, don't you, when you're out in the middle of nowhere? It's absolutely bloody crazy how far you can walk up here without any sign of any humans or anything human. It's actually fantastic. But I'm only a kilometre from the Browning hut, and I'm using my phone now to navigate rather than my Garmin, because it hasn't calibrated, so that's okay. I also know the lay of the land. I've got a few, I'm lucky it's not clouded down. I've got a few mountains and hills that I can work out where I am. So we're going this way, about 1,200 metres. We should come to the hut, or at least the track. It's 5 o'clock, so it's going to be dark in another hour. So we're doing a good time, and we're also out of the real thick stuff that was really heinous. Not to say we're not going to eat into more thick stuff, but we've just gone through a whole lot of stuff of climbing over dead, broken trees, falling down, windfall, and now it's a lot better. It's a lot more open. We found some fresh rooting and a big pig poo. Dogs didn't go off. I'm more in the mindset now as I want to just find a track and have a plan to go home. Starting the ground seems a bit again here too. There's a lot of deer up here, fellow deer. I haven't seen any, but they're up here. Well, here's a nice spur. We'll walk along this. This will be good. Ah, it's a sign of human being there, look. Or maybe a tree fell on. Oh no. No, that branch fell on. I thought someone had snapped that off, but it's fallen down and clicked it on the way down. It's so cool catching people in here closer to the track. Easy to carry out. It'd be funny if we did, wouldn't it? All that wilderness and you get to where people are. Well, not necessarily going to be anybody in the hut. It's supposed to be rain for the next 4 days, so I don't think anybody will be coming out here. That's why I came out, because I thought the pigs might be out before the rain, having their last feed, because they know when a storm's coming. They're just no animals. Better than we do. They live right. We just heard a massive tree fall down the forest. We experienced it, which answers the question, if nobody was here, would have it made any noise? Fuck, it made a noise that scared the dogs. It's just up where we've come from. Whoa. It's getting dark now. We still haven't got onto the track. We're still looking about, it keeps on telling us 1 kilometre. But the GPS Garmin is now showing where the trail is, so that's good, so we know which direction we're pointing. Imagine if we'd just been up there and it had been on top of us. It was right just there somewhere. What a noise. I guess they fall down at different times. It would have been a tree as big as this tree here. Would have been something like that there. Crazy. Oh, I'll keep pushing on through the dark. Well, happy bloody days. I don't know if you can see that, but that's the track. We've been walking for a lot of kilometres. I haven't added it up, but it's a heap. And wilderness. And we're just now on the first track in probably, I don't know how many hours. 6 hours. And the knees are feeling it, but a great feeling of satisfaction that I was actually able to work out how to get there. Anyway, we've got a long walk home. We've got 2 huts. We haven't even got to the Browning hut yet, but it's on this track, and then we've got the Hackett hut after that, and then we've got the car park. If I get 2 Rudolphs down one of the huts, I'll send my mate Simon a message just saying going to come in tomorrow, but ideally we should just walk out tonight, I think. Can't be too far from the huts. Now the famous Browning hut. And this hut here could tell some stories. It's notorious for rats and mice. When we got here they were running around in the safe here. If you look over there you'll see there's 2 dog kennels and a nice wee table. My mate Bruce was in here one night, and there was a tourist staying in here, and he came out for a pee, and there was a fallow deer right in that bit of grass there, and he shot it from the hut inside and knocked it over. Poor old tourist woke up shitting himself. Anyway, we're going to sit down for 5 minutes, rest our legs, and we're going to keep going because the rain's coming in. It's going to be a lot of rain, heap of rain. Oh, my knees are telling me it's time to stop and rest up, but with that rain coming in, it'll be miserable coming out tomorrow in the wet. So we might make a sandwich here and then carry on, I think. It'd really be worth coming up here and trapping these guys because they're everywhere. I've seen probably more here than I think I've seen anywhere. Don't touch base, dogs are sheepishly looking at it. I'm not going to touch that one. Don't touch. Good boy Johnny, you leave it. Good dogs. Good dogs. Right, we won't be touching that, we'll carry on. We're on the homeward run now. Rain's coming. And man, it's going to be good to get in the truck. I've got some posse in for the dogs and nothing for me. Just to sit down, which will be good enough. It's getting cold and it's getting wet. Amazing to go this far without actually catching something. It really says a lot about the dogs though too. They haven't done a lot of hunting. They've done no hunting over the summer. And it's Pace's first hunt since winter, so really in fairness to them they need a bit more work. They had plenty of work to do anyway, we all did. Well, this is a bit flash, isn't it? Collar's off and time for some tucker. I knew we'd be having a big day, so I put some blankets in the back for them because it's soaking in the back with the rain being a wet box, so we're going to give them a wee treat. Here you go, Pace. Hey Johnny, here's yours, boy. Johnny's sitting right down there. Good dogs. Good dogs. So that's our loop that we did today. Now I don't know what the distance is. So we're back at the car park there. And you can see the 2 runs that Pace got with the 2 different pigs. Pace is in the red. And where we went off-road, where we went that first run there, that's already in wilderness, and so is that second one. And we crossed back over, this is all wilderness here, there's no, we actually crossed up to where my thumb is there, and then we hit the track, the walking tracks there where my thumb is. Anyway, these guys are buggered, I'm buggered. Gonna get home, have a share, a cup of tea and go to bed. Hope you enjoyed this one, team. No pork, big walk, no pork. Yeah, it's great having this in reach. I've been just letting my mate Simon know what my whereabouts are.
And there's no cell phone range up here, and I've just been contacting the whole time, giving him the heads up that I'm back. So we'll just switch that off now, but that's actually been bloody good having that there. Good investment. See you later. Oh, can't wait to get home. It'd be great to get home. See ya.